I want to share with you an amazing investment opportunity. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to be involved if you decide you want to take advantage of this. There's no link for you to click on, no 10% off, nothing like that. This is a gift, in a way. Is there a catch? Yeah, you bet there's a catch. So, let me begin by saying the catch is to actually see a phenomenal return on this investment. Your opinion has to be accurate. Your opinion on safe and effective. In other words, if you truly believe that the messenger RNA technology that was used to create the vaccines during the pandemic is awesome and it's totally safe and completely effective, then if you do as I say, and again, I have nothing to do with it, all you got to do is buy a stock on your own, not with me. You can go through whatever brokerage you like or whatever, nothing to do with me. Again, the catch is that your position, your narrative on the vaccines, on the technology has to be accurate. If it's not, if you're wrong, you won't make any money. In fact, you may lose it. So for full disclosure, I believe in full and fair disclosure. I'm a retired portfolio manager, research analyst, money manager, basically what I used to do for a living. And so we have that saying is full and fair disclosure, where we disclose all the good and all the bad and everything so that we have an honest relationship. So my take is that the mRNA technology is beyond our ability to control. It is an amazing technology, of course, and we've been working on it for 5 decades now and still haven't figured it out. And even now, the vaccines, in my opinion, and I've derived my opinion by researching the raw data, first and foremost, because the studies, believe it or not, you can call me a conspiracy theorist. I am a bona fide card-carrying conspiracy theorist, I guess. But if you look at the past, a lot of conspiracy theorists were accurate. And especially lately, a lot of us have been accurate on our conspiracies. Anyway, and the reason I'm doing this is because I have tried my best to get people to open their minds and eyes to the fact that this medical intervention, this experimental vaccine is not working, and it's incredibly dangerous. It's probably I think, as history will show, is one of the most dangerous medical interventions ever distributed to humanity. So, well, then why am I promoting it? Well, I said from the beginning that if many of you watching this are, and you could even be doctors, professionals, whatever, I don't care. And believe I am a conspiracy theorist, and I'm dead wrong, and the authorities are right. The vaccines worked. They are safe and effective. Okay, you're convinced of that? All right, you're home free. You, if you listen to me, are going to make a fortune. And when I say a fortune, I mean millions off a $1,000 investment. Hundreds of millions off a $10,000 investment. I'm talking Bitcoin-like returns. If you bought Bitcoin in the beginning when it was 10 cents a coin, just try to guess how much you'd have today. Because that's what this investment opportunity would be if the messenger RNA technology that was used for the vaccines is really working and is really safe. You will do great. I say, as a professional money manager and someone who knows the history of pharma knows I read scientific papers. I have throughout my entire career. There's a lot of problems with this. Now, you've probably heard the saying, follow the money. Okay, so you want to take a look at a stock chart of the company I'm going to recommend. And who is it? It's Moderna. Why Moderna? Well, it's the only publicly traded company that is a one-trick pony. It's a messenger RNA is all they have. So if you believe it, you don't want Pfizer, because Pfizer has 1,000 different medical products, and so your returns will be diluted. So Moderna is a pure play, and that's what you want. If you're correct, and maybe you are, you'll get so frickin' rich. So, and I don't want anything else. Well, you know what? Do this for me. If you do buy into this and buy the stock, put $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, whatever it is, and it works out. It turns out you were right. Turns out Moderna is going to go through the roof. And all I ask is that when you're flying along in your private jet, maybe just give me a text or something and say, hey, Tom, thanks for the advice. I'm in my G7 and flying to Paris, and just want to say, hey, great. Too bad you just couldn't quite see the truth. Otherwise, you'd be bopping around in your private jet as well. So that's all. That's all I ask. I mean, you don't even have to do that. Just saying if you feel like it. So in any case, why is it such an opportunity? Wouldn't it be through the roof now if it works and everything? Well, it's in the dumps. No, it's not. It's in the dumps. It did get up to like roughly around $450 a share. And this is a company that just before the pandemic was on the verge of bankruptcy, by the way. And now it's trading in the high 30s, so it's down 95%. Now, that's not going to convince you there's anything wrong with messenger RNA technology or the vaccines. I'm sure of it, because I've shown people the actual data from various health authorities in the world, and they look at me and say, "Oh, you made this up. You did this yourself. This can't be the official data." Okay, whatever. So here I'm trying to do something for you. I say, if I can't get you to look at it from that standpoint, then let me allow you, with your very, very powerful opinion, to get super rich. So super, super, super rich. So anyway, it's trading in the high 30s right now. And if you Google some news articles about Moderna, something like future prospects Moderna, future business opportunities Moderna, things like that. They got a couple products in clinical trials right now, and one they have frozen because it was killing people. Gee, I wonder how that happened. And so they've got a portfolio of products that they're planning. They're planning on medical interventions for just about every disease and malady that exists for humankind. And so if that technology truly works, that stock is not going back to $450 a share. It's going to $400,000 a share or more. I mean, God, they will be the biggest, most valuable company on the planet. Now, I could be right, but at the same time, it could happen that would go through the roof. If there's a breakthrough and they can finally figure out how to harness this amazing technology. The big problems are complex, but I think I can simplify it in simply giving a metaphor. Just consider other vaccines, etc., are kind of like good old vans, like a truck, or solid, doing good, whatever, running around. And messenger RNA is a Ferrari, high-tuned Italian sports car. I think it is, by the way. But the problem is, we don't know how to steer it, and it doesn't have any brakes. We haven't found the brakes. We don't know how to stop it. So it gets in there and starts manufacturing the spike protein. We don't know how to stop it. You know, it was supposed to stop after a couple hours, but it turns out it stays in you for perhaps forever. We don't know. But you're not going to believe that, because the authorities tell you that it just stays in the deltoid muscle and it's gone after a couple hours. So I'm a conspiracy theorist. Don't forget that. So, man, this is your opportunity. Make a bundle. And, but again, I know why the stock's down. And it's because of the things I said. It doesn't work, and it's very dangerous, and a lot of lawsuits piling up. But you don't believe that, so you can just ignore it, and just know that you are right. And if you are right, man, you're going to get rich. You are going to get so freaking rich. So I can't convince you otherwise. So you take advantage of your superior knowledge and your superior way of, behaving and doing as the authority, listening to the authorities, believing the authorities, which is generally not a bad thing to do, but there's a Russian saying, and that is trust but verify. I think that's a wiser way to be. And also Einstein made a comment on such a thing, and that was, he said, blind faith in power, blind trust in authorities is the greatest danger of truth, is what he said. So, but again, let's forget about me. You guys, those of you that are listening to this, watching this, and you believe those vaccines are awesome, they saved your relative's life, they saved your friend's life, they saved your life, whatever, well, just let me give you one anecdote as well. Because of my suspicions about the vaccine right from the beginning, because I know the history of viral vaccines. Bacterial vaccines have a much better track record, but viral vaccines seem to be very difficult. It takes 7 to 10 years generally to prove that they're safe and effective, and even after that, half of them get taken down for safety concerns. So that's already a bad track record. And so for it to come out in 9 months, 100% efficacious and super safe in 9 months, now that's a miracle. Yeah, well, I do believe that miracles are possible, but Carl Sagan had a saying, and that was, Carl Sagan was a famous astronomer, in case you haven't heard his name. He said, yeah, he had a lot of wisdom, that guy, and a lot of things that he said he predicted a lot of stuff, and it's come true. But anyway, what he said was, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And Pfizer wanted to keep the evidence under wraps for 75 years. And a federal court in the United States forced them, through a Freedom of Information Act request, to publish the data within 9 months, which they did. And if you read it, it would shock you, but you're not going to read it because you listen to the TV doctors and you listen to the authorities, and they've told you it's totally safe and totally effective. So get out there, Buy that stock, by the way. The symbol is mRNA, messenger RNA. That's the symbol for Moderna, and it's trading in the high 30s right now. So if you're right, I swear to you, it's going to the stars, and you will make more money than you know what to do with. So good luck with that, and thanks for watching and listening. And don't subscribe. Don't do anything. You can comment if you like, but and if you have derogatory things about me to say, feel free. But just to say you're an idiot, or wake up, you dumbbell, or whatever you want to say, I'll just scratch my head and I say, well, okay, I'm an idiot. Can you explain to me why I'm an idiot? And then maybe I can do something with that and become a little smarter, like you. So anyway, that's all I have to say today. Thank you for watching and listening.